Okay, I want to show a few tips on how to get this fan back in on the cooling fan on the 2008 Honda Odyssey. I've replaced I kept the old housing because it was a little different setup, but I used a new fan blade in here and I test ran it already. You can just go with a 12 volt. Positive is a colored wire and black is a negative. Make sure it spins good. Now, to get these fans out, you have to kind of open up everything, move some parts out of here. I want to show something about how to get that battery stand back in there in a minute. But the way these go in, this one's got the passenger side's got to come out first, and then you can get the driver's side out. And then you reverse the order to go back in. So I put the driver's side back in first. It's got a little hole that this one fits into. You don't have to put a bolt in it. There's one bolt down at the bottom of the radiator and two bolts up at the top of the radiator. But the key is I've had to loosen up, take the radiator hose off, take this lock out of the way, take the two top mounts off of the radiator, and take the two mounts off of the condenser for the air conditioner, and take these two clips just on the corners here loose. Let's see if you can see those. Yeah, and so that's got to flex forward a little bit. This will flex just enough to get your fan out, and you got to be real careful. If you can damage your radiator right here, but going right back in, it gives me enough room to get it back down in here. So, and that was pulling everything forward while I did it. Now I slide it over towards the driver's side of the radiator, and you can line up your bolt holes right here, and it slides right in. The bottom little V shape, you can leave the screw in the bottom, just back it out far enough for a little fork to go down over the screw. So that's how you get that one in. And then let me grab the other one. Now, I don't like this fan because it's a metal housing. It's an aftermarket fan. Somebody put it on before we owned it, and then you can slide this one right down in beside it. Now you can't get, the opening is kind of over to this side, and the fan on the passenger side is a little bit smaller, so you can get it out of the way first, and then you can move the driver's side fan over and get that out. Now, I wanted to show you something on, it's easier to get in to work on everything. You might can do it without taking your battery stand out, but I took the battery stand out, and I really don't think I could do it without doing that. When you take that battery stand out, you've got a little plenum that just snaps in. Actually, it's got one bolt right there on top that goes to the battery stand. So when you put this in, you need to lay this down in beside the battery stand, because you can't work it in afterwards. Another tip is you've got these four main bolts that hold it in place. This one and the one right here kind of under where this plenum's going to go. One way down under, that's the hardest one to get to when you're doing it, and you have to take it all the way out to get it apart. And then there's one over, it's going to go right over in here. So a tip is, on this far one that goes way up under there and it's hard to get to, go ahead and notch it out like this. It comes without the notch. Now this side comes with the notch, but if you want to, you can do like I did and go ahead and notch out this side so that you can get the bolt started before you even slide it in there, and then you can slide it down on the bolt. Actually, you slide the two rear the two rear. I'm doing this like with one hand because I have to hold the camera because it's kind of okay, so my little plenum thing's kind of messing me up a little bit. So you just got to joggle it around and get this back here. Okay. My plenum's kind of in the way. You can shift that forward some. Get it out of the way. There we go. Now, shift the plenum forward. Slide that onto that bolt right there. And then it'll slide down onto the bolt. It's at the bottom in the front here, way down here. And then a bolt will go right here that you can get to before you put your plenum in place. Well, with the plenum slid back in there, it's a little bit hard to tighten that bolt down. So, and also you've got to use an extension to actually put the bolt, that bolt in that hole. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. It's kind of a little bit awkward, but you can get it in there. Of course, this is after you've taken this big air box out up here too. Okay, I'm going to break it off for this video. This is basically working with your battery stand there and how to actually get these fans back in place. You might watch this without even seeing how to take it apart because taking it apart is not, this is just a reverse order. I'm going to try to give you the reverse order of getting everything back in place. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody. Like and subscribe if you will.